Okay, we're gonna keep this car talk short and sweet, just because we're running a little bit late to the tattoo appointment. But today is the big day. We have that tattoo appointment. Let me show you guys the concept. We're already on our way. We're about 20 minutes away from the shop, so we're gonna get there, get settled in a little bit. I'll let Lucio introduce himself once we kind of get the stencil and everything done. I'm pretty excited. I am pretty excited now for the folks that are new. Maybe this is your first time taking a look at the shop, but we come down to the Turlock area where I guess you would call it the Central Valley of California. And so we're heading over here. It's about maybe like an hour and a half to maybe an hour and 45 minutes, depending on traffic. But that's where we head over. That's where Third Eye Tattoo is located in downtown. I think it's West Main Street in Turlock. That's where the shop is located. So I'll show you guys a little bit more of the shop once we get over there. But we do have some goodies for the homie Lucio and for the shop. For the folks that are in there, we brought some pastries on behalf of Jasmine. Shout out to Jasmine. She brought some over from her job. So we're gonna be indulging in some pastries later on today. Now, we weren't able to get too much steps in because we were running a little bit late, so that was a little bit unfortunate for us. But I think once we're kind of taking a little bit of a break in between kind of everything, maybe kind of in between tattoo, I think we're gonna head over and get some Mexican food, and I'll show you guys what that looks like and what we end up getting. That's a little bit of a tradition to go to that Mexican shop that's close to the shop. So expect for us to head over there and for us to show you the food. So for the folks that love food, you guys are gonna see some nice burritos, maybe some nice tacos. So I'm pretty excited to eat. Now we didn't get too much food in this morning, which is a little bit unfortunate because I was running late. I'm telling you guys. So we only got a cup of coffee. We also added some 6 Quakers and then 2 Oikos. So I think that's around maybe 30 grams of protein total because the other things don't have protein. I don't really count that. And so we're going to get a lot of the protein from that burrito. I'm going to get steak and chicken. So we're going to get double meat, increase the protein intake, and then we'll see maybe like a taco or two. And then once we get home, I think we're going to finish things off with some Oikos or whatever we get our hands on. Now, I don't plan to go super bug wild on the diet now. I'm not gonna go super crazy, but do expect us to indulge in maybe a pastry or two. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Now we're already getting kind of towards the downtown area now. We're catching some traffic, but we're almost there. We're almost there. We're gonna be covering the other side of the leg tattoo. We have a 510, which is the area code for where I basically grew up. And so we have a tattoo on the other side of the calf, and now we're gonna cover that side of the other side of the calf where it's a little bit more empty. Now, hoping it doesn't hurt too much, but who knows? Who knows, right? These tattoos, man, sometimes they can hurt so much and sometimes they can hurt a little bit. But I know the calf area is pretty painful. I won't even lie to you guys. It is pretty painful. Now, I'm gonna cut I'm gonna cut the car talk a little bit short just because I think I got to or actually I remember how to get to the shop. I think I remember how to get to the shop. Let's cross our fingers. But today was supposed to be a back and shoulder day. I think you'll be fine. I think we'll be fine not hitting it today, giving our lats and back a little bit of a break. And so when we end up hitting it again on Wednesday, I think we're gonna be in for a good one. We're gonna be nice and refreshed. So I think we'll be good to go now. We'll see how tomorrow goes because we're going to be tabling tomorrow. We're going to be kind of limping. I won't even lie because this thing is going to hurt so bad. Last time I got the other side, or I think the knee one, I'll show you guys which one I'm talking about. This one, that thing gave me like a fever. Once I came home, I was like shivering and shaking. It was insane. It was insane. But we survived, which is the good thing. Now, I'm pretty sure this one's probably going to cost the same thing, so I'm hoping we get home before that happens. before that attack happens. Because man, imagine I'm driving and then I get like this like cold and it's like crazy. So let's cross our fingers that doesn't happen. I know for the folks that have gotten tattoos or the folks that are watching that have gotten tattoos, it's kind of like a tattoo sickness. They kind of get like a fever. I know you're a little bit familiar. Some folks can get it from just small tattoos. Some people get it from big tattoos. I don't usually get them that often, but when I do, it fucking hits me. It hits me. But I'm pretty excited. The pastries are hella fire. I think they're Thai tea croissant buns. Imagine that, Thai tea croissant buns and Earl Grey and lavender milk buns. Let me show you guys. Oh my God. Look at this beauty. Look at these beauties. And all of these are filled in as well with some type of kind of like pastry cream. So, man, we're in for a good one. We are in for a good one. Anyways, now I'm gonna cut the video because we're getting pretty close to the shop. So I'll see you guys over there once we're settled in a little bit, once we get the stencil on. All right, let's hope we find some good parking. I'll see you guys over there. All right. And make sure. Testing, testing, testing. All right, the mic is working. I just made it to the shop. Lucio's finishing up some of the stencil, but let me show you guys where we're gonna get it. It's gonna be around this section right here. So we're gonna cover this part on the other side, just to cover it up. So we'll see how that fucking goes. I'll give you guys a better view once I kind of get the stencil on. I get a better visual. But we made it in. There's a bit of an event going on in the front, but there wasn't too many people. Thankfully, we found some parking, so it wasn't too bad. It looks like the event was kind of finishing up. I did bring some goodies though for myself just to kind of stay hydrated. Gatorade Zeros, can't go wrong. I did tell you guys yesterday I was gonna stop by Safeway, so we picked up a few things. I kind of already drank this one, which is fine. I also picked up some of the ice. These are all right. I feel like the Starburst ones aren't as good. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I'd rather stick to the more better flavors like strawberry or lemonade. I feel like those are way better than these Starburst flavors. Anyways, let me put all this stuff away real quick. I think I'm gonna take my retainers off and eat something. In the meantime, I'll drink something because I wasn't able to really drink anything on the way because I was too focused on getting over here as quickly as possible. I need to stop by the bank. Maybe during lunch break, probably grab the burrito, stop by the bank, and then head back to the shop. So I think that's the move. Anyways, I'm gonna maybe eat one of those buns over there, and then maybe drink one of these Gatorades. So I'll see you guys in the next place. Okay, let's go ahead and get started now. You're probably wondering, Demi, where's the video from Saturday? Where's the rest of it? Now, what ended up happening was I was running hella late to the tattoo appointment. So I get there, we put on the stencil. I didn't really have too much time to record in between because it was already getting kind of late and the session was going to be pretty long. It lasted from 1 p.m. all the way into about 10. So it was quite a bit of time. In between that, I was trying to get food in. We didn't really take any breaks really, just because we're kind of trying to get through it. Just because I live a little bit far away. I live around maybe an hour and 30 minutes. So it's quite a drive. And so I don't really go out to that side too often. But when I do, it's for a tattoo, obviously. And so it was quite a mission yesterday. I had to kind of run around I think around 7 p.m. In between that, I had to stop by. We had to stop by hella gas stations because the bank that I have doesn't have actual branches, and so I have to get them from like different ATMs. So I stopped by 3 different gas stations. Hella sketch, right? At 7 p.m., hella dark and everything. And so I stopped by there, and then I stopped by Wells Fargo as well, so I can get cash for the tattoo. And so it was just like, it was super hectic. I didn't even get to show you guys the food because once I got the food from that Mexican joint that we like to go to, I didn't really have time to even enjoy it too much. I was just kind of fucking, I ate it so fast. I don't think I've ever eaten a burrito that damn fast and 2 tacos. And so I just kind of downed them. I don't even think I got time to process the flavors. That's how fast I ate them. And then we kind of got back into the tattoo. And so throughout the whole thing, it was just kind of hectic. I really just wanted to make sure that I wasn't dying because I was in so much pain around maybe 2 hours towards the end of the tattoo, man. I was feeling it mostly when we are kind of getting a little bit towards the top and back of the knee area. Oh my God, it hurt so bad. And so it was crazy. It was crazy. And so I decided to, you know what, I'm going to just try to make sure I'm good, make sure I can kind of get home safe. Because last time we got a tattoo, once I got home, I got these little like chills that were just super uncontrollable. I had to lay down. I just really couldn't control myself. I was just started shaking. So I wanted to make sure that didn't happen to me at this time in the tattoo, mostly because I was getting back super late. I got home at around 12 a.m., which wasn't too ideal because then I had a training today where I'm making this video. So it was hectic. It was hectic, but thankfully we had a bit of a rest day. We were supposed to have a back and shoulder day on Saturday, but we had a rest day. I think we'll be fine for when we hit back and shoulders on Wednesday. So stay tuned for a really good shoulder and back day. And we're going to start incorporating some front delt work. So stay tuned for that. But anyways, enough of that. Now the video that I'm going to make for today is going to be a little bit of a different one. I'm going to be running you guys through the different tattoos that I have. That way you guys can see what I have, just because I don't usually show them throughout the whole thing. Sometimes I'm wearing shorts, sometimes I'm wearing pants, sometimes I'm wearing long sleeve. Why not show you guys today what all the tattoos that I have, and then I can also show you guys a bit of a close-up of the new one, so that way you guys can also take a look at that. And I think that'll be just as good as showing you guys the session from Saturday. So let's go ahead and run you guys through a little bit of the tattoos that we have. We're gonna have some of the cats running around. We have we have Paco here, just kind of chilling. I had to put this down because it's too bright. It was too bright. Anyways, let's go ahead and show you guys what things are looking like. The first tattoo that I'm gonna show you guys is gonna be the hand tattoo here. I got this one, I think, about maybe a year and a half ago to 2 years ago. It has a rose, it has a dove here, and it has 2 hands connecting. It's a little bit more of a religious symbol. I'm not super religious, but I really like the symbolism and I really like the art. Super fucking sick. And I also got here another tattoo as well. This is a little bit more of a face. Here's a heart. Super, super sick. I got it both from the same tattoo artist. His name is Bacon. And this one represents Lady of Sorrow, if anyone is a little bit more familiar with her. That's a little bit more of a religious symbol too, cultural symbol. So that's why I got it. Also, the artist, super sick. And it also kind of reminds me of my mom. If anyone is familiar with Mexican moms, I feel like Mexican moms are always crying. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. And so it just reminds me of my mom. She's always worrying, always just like doing things back to back. So it just kind of reminded me of her. So that's why I got this tattoo as well. And now these are a little bit more old school now. I would say this in particular are my crazy favorite, but you kind of have to have some of that little balance of some bad ones kind of to start off with, and then you kind of lead into some better ones. But I got these back in college. I got these in an apartment, actually, at someone's living room. So that's where I got this one. This one, I got it maybe around a little after COVID, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. A little bit before. I don't even remember. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. This one I also got during college. It was a bit of a tattoo collab. It's a traditional knife here, a dagger going through a skull. One of my old school ones. I really like this one just because it's a little bit of a different contrast between the old school style, a little bit more realism type of thing going on. Super nice. Obviously not as good as the ones we have now, but I think they're still pretty good. Anyways, let me see if I can show you guys the leg pieces now. This one here is a 1975. And I got this one because both of my parents were born on that year. And I got it from one of the homies. His name is Thor. I got this 1975. I actually got to get this one touched up. I won't even lie. It's been a minute. He kind of goes back and forth between the Central Valley and LA. So I haven't really been able to catch him. I also got this one, I think maybe around, man, I want to say 5, 6 years ago. It's one of my very first biggest pieces, and it's the shin piece. Super, super sick. I got a crazy deal from an apprentice. Shout out to Becca. Super, super crazy deal. Did this whole shin in about 7 hours. Super nice. After that, we did a bit of this back piece here. Let me show you guys the back piece now. This what it'll look like. So here, this one has a girl's face and then it has a skull of a cat. And I got it just to kind of represent the cats. You guys already know I have 5 cats. I love them. And so I wanted to get something with cats. I wanted to get something like realism. And so I got a skull of a cat on top of a baby girl's face. So she's kind of wearing the cat skull, which is kind of sick. After that, we kind of did a little bit of some feeler work where we touch up this little section here. We put strength, perseverance, create as well throughout the whole knee. Super fucking sick, super dope. So this one here is 510. So that's where I grew up, the Bay Area. Come on. So I got a girl's face screaming, super sick. Got it from Bacon as well. And then this new one that we got now. This is what this new one's looking like. It's the smile now, cry later. Shout out to Lucio, man. He did his fucking thing. This thing came out super, super sick. Super, super happy with how it came out. I always forget about some of them, to be completely honest with you guys. But I also have this one here that we got from Anem. Shout out to Anem. They did this when they were an apprentice. Super sick. It's a little bit more traditional style. It has a hand holding some roses. Yeah, and those are all the tattoos that I have. I guess at some point I did get some of them covered up. I think I got 1 or 2 covered up. I had a little bit of a script here on this right hand, and I had some kind of leaves on my left leg, but I didn't really like them. They were a little bit smaller, and that's when I kind of got into my bigger pieces, and that's kind of where I started to cover up a lot of the smaller ones just to kind of get those big ones. But I'm honestly anticipating to get my whole body done. I'm not even lying to you guys. That's kind of where we're going now. We're just kind of me moving on up, to be completely honest. So I think the next thing that we're going to do with the homie Lucio is we're going to be covering up this little empty space here that we have in our hand. I don't know if we're going to just add some clouds just to fill it up, or we're going to do maybe a script going into the hand. We'll have to see. And we're also not finished with the Smile Now, Cry Later. We actually have some sections here in the back that we have to cover up some little gaps, some more shadowing here to kind of connect with the other piece. So there's still some work in progress. We're going to be hitting up the homie Lucio at some point so we can go back, get that finished up, and then we'll work on our other bigger projects then. But there's a bit of a shorter one for you guys today. I want to just show you guys what tattoos I have so far, just because I wasn't able to show you guys on Saturday the progress of this one. I'm telling you guys, I was dying. It was hella hard towards the end of the last 2 hours. I was kicking and screaming. I was telling Lucio, I was like, I don't know if you ever had someone cry in one of these beds, but I'm gonna be the first one because this thing hurts so bad. I swear, behind the knee in the sensitive area was just so bad, but well worth it. It came out super, super sick. So we'll be coming back for more. Anyway, Anyways, I will see you guys in the next video for some quads, for some biceps, and for some forearms. Remember, stay consistent and don't skip your cardio.